Hello, I am Kamruddin. Here is 1st May chapter of my book 365 Days of Bliss and Self-Growth. So 1st May chapter is You Have Right. You have rights and duties. So you should know your rights also. Life is too short to be wasted on trifles. You have to make the best of every moment. Even if you have to live thousands of years, you won't be able to complete your all work. So setting priority is important, and you should be able to say no for the tasks for which you do not have sufficient time. You have right to say no for the requests you do not want to accede to, and you have right to say yes when you want to say yes. So never say yes when you want to say no, and never say no when you want to say yes. So you should know your right, and you should be able to say yes or no. Here is a quotation. The Constitution only guarantees the American people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself. Benjamin Franklin. Here is another quotation. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. Another quotation. It took me a long time not to judge myself through someone else's eyes. Sally Field. So you have right to say yes when you want to say yes, and you have right to say no when you want to say no. So know your right and exercise them. Set priorities. Do things in order of importance. Take one work at a time and finish that. Only then you should take another work. You cannot do everything yourself, so you should know how to delegate to others. So be careful to utilize your time properly. Delegate it to the proper person. If you do not want to do yourself, and for the tasks you do not want to do, you should say no. Your no should be emphatic. You should clearly tell that you are not going to reconsider it. So you should be clear, and you should be emphatic. Say no to extra projects, invitations, and social activities for which you do not have energy. Try to practice emphatic no to the requests which are not in conformity with your values and self-respect. You must have some quiet time to relax and to be alone. Life is too short to be wasted on trivials. Even if we want, we cannot do all the things ourselves. We have two options. Either we can delegate the activities to the other persons, or we can simply say no. So never say yes when you want to say no. It's your right to say no or yes. You are responsible for your life. You have to take charge of it. You also have right not to know. Also have right not to explain anything which you know. It is not possible to know all the things. So if you don't know something, it's okay. And if you know something, you are not required to explain to everybody about the things which you know. Be happy now in this moment and never feel guilty for living joyfully. Be happy, share your happiness with others. When you are asked to do something that you do not want to do, then you can say no. When saying no, keep your refusal short but not abrupt as to unnecessarily upset the other person. Make sure what you are saying is clear, emphatic, and there is no scope for other person to think that you might yet be persuaded to reverse your decision. You do not need to justify, qualify, or explain your responses. Do not apologize for your refusal and do not be apologetic in your tone. Do not make up excuses. You can say, sorry, I cannot take an extra work this time on my shoulder. Thank you for remembering me for this, but I am not in position to help you at this moment. Sorry dear, you are a nice guy, but I do not want to go out with you this moment. I am not in a position to help you in this. Sorry, I am busy. You have a basic right to refuse, to say no. If your life and you are master of your fate and destiny, you have to exercise power of saying no. Say no assertively, clearly. You are more likely to gain the respect than lose it by saying no. How you look at the things is also in your hand. When you change the way you look at the things you look at begin to change. You are responsible for your thoughts, feelings, and action because it's your life and you have to take your own decisions. You have to decide for yourself and you should be able to say yes or no, whatever you want to say.